Good morning, brothers and sisters. This is Danny from CatchForChrist.net, and today we're going to be memorizing Deuteronomy 31:6. As always, we'll be using the Scripture Typer Bible Memory System app. Please see the first video on this playlist for a more in-depth tutorial on how I like to use Scripture Typer and try to get the most out of it, from my point of view. But it's pretty self-explanatory, pretty straightforward. You're going to hit My Verses at the home screen, hit the plus sign, new verse, and then you'll select the book. It'll be in Deuteronomy chapter 31, verse 6. You can choose different Bible versions, and you can categorize your verses into collections. So you hit import verse text, and then hit save. And then you just scroll down to wherever that verse is located. Once you find it, you'll find yourself on this screen. There's a three-step process. The first step is to type it. Now, typing it just entails hitting the first letter of each word, and the word should change from gray to black. So be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them, for the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Deuteronomy 31:6. I like to do each step at least 3 times. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them, because for the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Deuteronomy 31:6. And I also like to recite the verse as I'm typing it. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them, for the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Deuteronomy 31:6. Now the second step is to memorize it. It's going to take away half of the words. So you're essentially filling in the blanks. But you're still going to hit the first letter of each word. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them, for the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Deuteronomy 31:6. Now when you make a mistake, you'll see it'll turn red. And the next time you try it, it'll have a repeat signature there to let you know where you made a mistake previously. Now every other time you hit memorize it, the other half of the words will be visible. So be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them, for the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Deuteronomy 31:6. And once again, be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them, for the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Deuteronomy 31:6. So you do that 3 times, and the last step is just to master it. Be strong and very courageous. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them, for the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Deuteronomy 31:6. Your accuracy threshold, which is set by default at 90%, I believe. It'll say, great job, verse, and your review frequency will be set to review daily. That means that if you review the verse tomorrow, the next day, and you hit your accuracy threshold, then it will advance your review frequency to every 2 days, then every 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, so on and so forth, all the way up to like once a year. Now, once you hit 100% accuracy, I always recommend that you try to get it at least 2 more times, so 3 times total at 100%. You really want to ingrain the error-free version of the verse into your head, so the next day or the next time you review it, it'll be a lot easier for you. But and the reason I like to recite the verse is that because when you're reciting the verse, you're also hearing yourself recite it. You're also typing it as you're reading yourself type it. So your brain is interacting with the verse in many different ways simultaneously. I think it's a great way, a great method to memorize Scripture. But that's all for today. Always important to read verses in context. So it's you can check out the site. You can always read the Bible on the site if you don't have one at home or wherever you are currently. Thank you for watching this video. Have a great day, and God bless.